Chapter 1. The Trigger. The rain in Berlin fell like gunfire hard, fast, and without mercy. Ethan Drake stepped off the tram and adjusted the collar of his trench coat. His sharp eyes scanned the square. Tourists meandered, oblivious. But Ethan wasn't a tourist. He was a ghost, officially dead, unofficially lethal. Mi-6's most classified asset, buried beneath layers of disavowals and deniability. A vibration in his earbud. Target approaching, came the voice of control, the only link Ethan had to the agency. Packages in a red umbrella. Confirm visual. Ethan's gaze snapped to a woman crossing the street, mid-30s, confident stride, carrying a red umbrella. She stopped briefly by the fountain, dropped a flash drive into the trash bin, and kept walking. Visual confirmed. Moving in, Ethan murmured. He strolled to the bin, retrieved the drive, and was about to pocket it when he noticed something odd. No reflection. The glass window beside him didn't reflect his figure. Adrenaline surged. Reflex kicked in. He dove left just as a silenced bullet shattered the glass. Contact, he barked. Chaos erupted. Pedestrians screamed. A figure in black sprinted across the square. Ethan gave chase, weaving through crowds, hurdling benches, scaling a wall. The enemy was fast, but Ethan was faster. He tackled the shooter near the checkpoint booth, disarming him with a swift elbow to the jaw. But before he could interrogate the man, a small drone zipped in from above and detonated. Ethan was thrown back, ears ringing, vision blurred. The assassin was gone, evaporated in smoke and fire. Control's voice buzzed again. Abort extraction. The file's compromised. You've been made. Ethan stood, bruised but alive. Then it's time I find out why. Chapter 2. The Mole. Back at his safe house in the outskirts of Berlin, Ethan plugged the damaged flash drive into a hardened terminal. A few sectors were corrupted, but what remained was chilling. A list of covert operatives across Europe and one name circled in red. Ethan Drake. Someone inside MI6 had burned him. He contacted Control using a scrambled frequency. Someone gave up my location. The assassin knew exactly where I'd be. There was silence on the line. Control. A distorted voice responded, different than before. Control is no longer with us. The line went dead. Within seconds, the power cut. Ethan grabbed his go bag, dove through the window, and vanished into the night. Chapter 3. The Hacker in Prague. Ethan's search led him to Prague, to an underground data broker known only as Specs. Specs lived beneath a jazz club and traded secrets for Bitcoin, blood, or both. MI6 has a rot, Ethan told him. I need the source of this leak. Specs, half buzzed on absinthe and half mad, grinned. You're hunting ghosts in your own graveyard, Mr. Drake. But for a favor. I'll show you the corpse. The favor. Steal a biometric key from an ex-Russian general who ran an illegal surveillance rig beneath the Charles Bridge. Ethan did it in under 3 hours. Specs kept his word. Your leak isn't MI6, it's beyond. A black cell called Orion Directive, ex-agents, AI analysts, arms dealers. Off-grid, untraceable. And their next op is in Rome. Ethan nodded. Then so am I. Chapter 4. Rome's Shadow. Rome. Midnight. The Tiber shimmered like oil under moonlight. Ethan infiltrated a masquerade gala hosted by billionaire technocrat Dante Vassal, the alleged funder of the Orion Directive. Hidden beneath a marble facade, Vassal's estate housed servers, weapons, and secrets. Ethan disguised himself as a server and slipped through the corridors. In the control room, he found the real prize, a live feed of global targets marked for elimination. Diplomats, scientists, even spies. One of the targets was Control. The real one, still alive, held somewhere in Morocco. A guard spotted him. Alarms blared. Ethan fled across the rooftop, exchanging gunfire with operatives in black and gold masks. He escaped on a stolen Ducati, roaring into the Roman night. Chapter 5. Ghost War. In Morocco, Ethan traced Control to an abandoned fortress in the Atlas Mountains. The rescue wasn't elegant, it was brutal. He fought through tripwires, drones, and ex-SAS mercenaries. Blooded and limping, he reached the cell. Control was chained, gaunt, but alive. They called it Orion because it's everywhere. Like stars. And like stars, it burns. They escaped by hijacking a convoy truck. We need to shut it all down, Ethan said. No more ghosts.
EMP!
Chapter 6. The Kill Switch. The kill switch is a signal embedded in a quantum server beneath the Swiss Alps. Once triggered, it would expose and collapse Orion's entire digital web. Ethan and Control infiltrated the bunker as a snowstorm raged above. Explosives planted. Countdown engaged. But at the exit, Ethan faced the assassin again, the same shadow from Berlin. No longer masked. It was Ava Kessler, his former partner. Presumed dead, now Orion's top agent. They left us to rot, Ethan, she hissed. We weren't ghosts. We were pawns. I switched sides. So should you. He hesitated, but only for a second. Then you know how this ends. The fight was savage fists, knives, fire. In the end, Ethan pulled the trigger. Goodbye, Ava. He and Control fled as the mountains lit up behind them. Epilogue, Resurrection. Weeks later, Ethan stood on a rooftop in London, watching the city breathe. Orion was gone, the files leaked, politicians scrambled. Spies vanished, Ethan still a ghost, but now one of his choosing. A message buzzed on his encrypted phone. New mission. Interested, Ethan smirked. Always. The end.